Other side. But as we begin our show, a lot on that coming later, but the latest coming right now from Bill Belichick. He's preparing to welcome Tom Brady into town. You got Keyshawn Johnson here. You've got Marcus Spears and Adam Schefter there, and Dan Orlovsky right here. Did you just say yay, Key?
He's got a V for victory.
Yeah, exactly. All right, but Jeff Darlington joins us from Tampa, where Tom Brady spoke earlier today about his return to Foxborough. Jeff, what did he have to say?
Well, Laura, I'm going to leave it up to you when you hear Tom Brady speak about whether you believe that he truly is going to treat this like any other game where he's just got to beat any other opponent, or maybe he's just the best in the world at compartmentalizing the drama that he's about to ensue in New England, or maybe he's just lying to us all. You be the judge.
I'm just excited to go up there and try to beat a really great football team. That's ultimately what this week's about. It's not about the quarterback. It's not about, the fans or the home crowd or relationships of 20 years. It's about two good football teams going at it, and we got to do a great job. It's going to be a huge test. I still have a lot of great friends there, but they know I want to kick their butt this week, so they'll know exactly how I'm feeling once I'm out there.
I think it's probably most difficult to play against them. I think preparing is one thing. I think playing is a whole nother thing.
Well, for those of you who are wondering, is this what Tom Brady's saying? Is it real? I provide to you Exhibit A, his voice. Bruce Arians had the speakers on high blast today. Brady saying that he was shouting so loud that he lost his voice by the end of practice. In fact, had to cut the press conference short because his voice had gotten so hoarse. So it seems to me like they're treating this game like it's going to be a pretty big deal, no matter what one Tom Brady says.
Yeah, I was going to say, Jeff, I'm not sure when I can remember hearing a raspy Tom Brady or a Brady that sounds like that. So thanks for the latest from Tampa. Don't forget to tune into Jeff's one-on-one conversation with Tom Brady on Sunday NFL Countdown. That's Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern on ESPN. They will be in Foxborough. And it's no big secret that the key to beating Brady is getting pressure, right? Since joining the Bucs last season, Brady ranks among the worst quarterbacks in the league in QBR, completion percentage, and touchdown to interception ratio when pressured. This Sunday, he'll be going against a Patriots team that ranks 4th in the league in pressure percentage and sack rate this season. They're led by their new star linebacker, Matthew Judon. You'll hear what he had to say about Tom Brady a little bit later on in the show. But Marcus, what will Belichick's plan for Brady and this Bucs offense look like on Sunday?
Yeah, that's how my voice sounds after my daughter's volleyball tournament. So I feel Tom on that one.
Dad,
Listen, it's pressure and simulated pressure because he understands, Bill Belichick understands that Tom Brady will get you if he identifies what you're doing pre-snap. And I got a couple of examples of that from what New England is already doing. They're causing simulated pressure. They give you a look at the line of scrimmage. This is 5 guys up at the line of scrimmage, but only 4 are going to come. And they are going to come in the center of the pocket. This will be intentional against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And we all know why, because Tom Brady, this is his arch nemesis. But this is his answer. They have to cover these checkdowns. Here, you see a kind of an off-script alignment Tom Brady is trying to decipher. They pick the interior and they get that pressure again up the center of the pocket. Bill Belichick is going to try to create this. This is what you call getting the quarterback off the spot. Brady will look at that outlet. That backer has to be able to come up and make a tackle. This is a 3rd down. It's about getting off the field. It's not about trying to make a big play. It's not about thinking you gonna dance after you sack Tom Brady. It's about getting off the field on 3rd down. You want to create pressure in the center of the pocket and take away those easy access throws as best as you can, and that gives you an opportunity to win this football game.
Swagger, we talk about the pressure all the time when we mention Bill Belichick, Tom Brady. That goes hand in hand. Tom Brady is going to be in a little bit of trouble this week, I believe, because one of the things that Bill wants to do is take away that best option that he has. The problem is he's got about 4 or 5 of them. Which one, though? Is it a Gronkowski? Is it a Fournette? Is it a Godwin? Is it
Antonio
AB
Brown,
coming back?
right?
Who is it, Laura? But if you look at the history of Bill Belichick, when he played against high explosive octane offenses, he's identified the guy that he believes is the best guy and not like everybody else. We may think it's Gronkowski. He may think something else. And this is a copycat league. We steal each other's plays. They look at the Rams game plan from a week ago. How did that work out? Worked out well for them. So it'll be interesting. This year alone, Bill Belichick is heavily involved in the defense opposed to the last several years?
Yeah, so the greatest defensive mind in the history of the NFL. How do you slow down an offense that doesn't really have any weaknesses? You know, pointed out all the weapons, but also the offensive line is spectacular. I had a different thought process going into this segment because after watching Marcus's tape and hearing Marcus say, well, that's third and 7, and it's not about necessarily making a big play, it's about getting off the field, and it made me think Bill's philosophy is going to be, I don't care about yards. You want to go 20 to 20? I don't care about yards. And I don't think there's going to be this extravagant plan from the Patriots defense really in the, again, 20 to 20. But I think he is going to unload in the red zone. Yeah. Because the reality is if they hold this team to 20 points, they got a shot, right? And so I think the detailed game plan could be something like we saw with the Rams Super Bowl from a couple years ago where we put all those bodies at the line of scrimmage and it was, we're going to stop the play action, react to run, specifically down in that red zone area.
Well, that goes to what I just said about high-octane offenses. You think about Sean McVay, go all the way, you go all the way back to the Marshall Faulk Super Bowl. Right.
You think of the Rams,
about the years of the Indianapolis Colts and Peyton Manning and Marshall and Edgerrin James and Marvin Harrison and those guys. Right. They know what to do when people have multiple weapons. I believe that strongly.
Fellas,
go ahead, Marcus.
He just did this. He just did this last year against the Buffalo Bills and the Chiefs. He just did it.
Right.
Bill Belichick did it last year with a bad football team.
He
took them to the end of the game. So,
you know? Had Stephon, that helps,
not
right?
out
You
there.
can play all that man coverage.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
It does make you think, as you guys are talking about Bill sort of targeting the red zone as where he's really going to defend, maybe that's more on Rob Gronkowski. He picks out Gronk because he's been so crucial in the red zone, but lots of weapons either way. All right, we'll get more on this game, don't you worry. But, Adam, we're keeping an eye on some big names and their availability for this one. Take us through what you know, starting with Rob Gronkowski, who has a homecoming of his own this weekend.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned him being taken out of the red zone, but right now he's been taken out of practice each of the last 2 days. No practice for Gronk after taking this big shot on Sunday against the Los Angeles Rams. Went out of the game, came back in. The initial x-rays were negative. Further tests, we'll see how it goes this week with Gronk. But again, no practice Wednesday and Thursday. We'll see what happens Friday. Antonio Brown activated off the reserve COVID list. So this is, I would say, a homecoming, except he's never played a home game for the Patriots, even though he played for the Patriots for 1 week. So it's sort of a homecoming for Antonio Brown as he returns to New England to play against the Patriots. And as for James White, he's expected to be out for the remainder of the year with this hip injury that he sustained Sunday during the loss against the Saints. The players came over. You saw how concerned they were with his injury and his absence, but James White now will be done for the season. A loss in the Patriots backfield. And the Buccaneers running back, Giovanni Bernard, has a sprained MCL. Didn't seem too serious, so there's a chance that Giovanni Bernard could wind up going on Sunday night.
And for Mac Jones in a game where you know this Bucs defense wants to try to get right against him, tough to have James White not out there. Thanks to Adam. More from him coming later on the show. Also coming on NFL Live, after an impressive win on Monday night, can Dallas continue its success on offense against a top-tier defense in Carolina? One of the toughest tests, if not the toughest test, they've faced all season long. What does Dak do against the Panthers? And it's a showdown tonight in Cincinnati between the last two #1 overall picks, Burrow versus Lawrence. What do we need to know about this? It's a rematch of the 2020 College Football Playoff National Championship.